I am a massive Porsche fan, love them to bits, and if I can get a Porsche on my channel, I will. One of the Porsches I love the most is the 991.1 GTS, and I featured one on my channel already, but I never had the opportunity to drive it. This one, however, I do. I want to know what this car's like. I want to compare it to my 997. I wonder what this car's even like compared to a GT3. But more than anything, what is it like to drive? I'm a massive Porsche fan. I can't wait to get in this, and you're coming with me. So let's get this started. Don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss an upload. Let's jump into this car. This thing is rapid. It is sick. I am loving this so much. Wow. So let me just explain how I ended up in a GTS 991. I'm a member of a Porsche WhatsApp group. These guys love going out on country roads and spirited journeys and road trips. The owner of this car contacted me and asked me to help him sell his 997 C2. So we did a little film, that car sold, he was super happy with it, and then he went out and he bought this. And he said to me, Trevor, you need to drive this car. And here I am. I'm in a GTS, and guys, I'm loving this car. I think this is a great first Porsche if you want the most modern Porsche, but for a reasonable budget. Now, yes, 60 to 80 grand is a lot of money for a Porsche, but what you get is fantastic. So I really want to talk about this car because I feel like this car is the sweet spot of the 911, of the water-cooled 911 range. So water-cooled engines were introduced in the 996 back in early 2000, late 1999, early 2000. And as of today, the most recent generation, the 992.2. So right smack bang in the middle, guys, you have the 991. And this one is the GTS. And the GTS, if you don't know, is a trim level that's one step below the GT3. So you're getting almost GT3 style performance, but without the GT3 discomfort. And that makes this car such a usable daily, such a great commuter car, a great daily driver, as well as a great Sunday B-road, blasting, back road car. You know what I mean. I love the sound of the flat six in this. I love the way it pulls, and I love how solid this car feels. Like, it's so just firm and compliant. Porsches, I feel like as Porsches get newer and newer, they just seem to, everything just seems to tighten up, and they just feel so well produced. This is why people fall in love with Porsches. Like, you get in one, you take it for a drive, and then you get back into, like, you know, another car, and then you're like, wow. And then you realize that there's a build quality about these cars that are just unmatched. Like, they're unbeaten. And for a car that is capable of lap times, you know, around Silverstone or the Nürburgring or Bedford, and then you can just jump in it and cruise, for a car that can tick all those boxes, like, it's such a fantastic car. So this one has around 430 brake. I'm not too sure the Newton meters of torque. I will add that in the B-roll. But I love the Alcantara. This one's Alcantara and leather. Loving the red stitching. I love the sports chrono clock that you get in Porsches, the most useless device ever if you're just cruising around town. But doesn't it look great? Loving it. And you know another thing I love about Porsches? I feel like Porsches are the only car that you can put decal on and it always drops. It always looks good. Yes, when it comes to the cabin, I really like the improvements over the 997. Don't get me wrong, I think the 997 cabin is lovely, but it really is showing its age. Those cars are showing their age. Even though this car is a 991 and you've got the Gen 2 992s out now, this cabin hasn't dated at all. I love the raised center console, the way this car kind of just swoops and meanders through bends. Like, it just has such a nice, solid feel to it. Right now, I'm just in standard comfort mode. And honestly, I could be driving a Golf. That's how these cars drive. And then as soon as you want to open up the taps and go, this thing will rip in standard cruising mode. This thing is fantastic. I love it. So if you're in the market for a 991.1 GTS, prices are kind of hovering between, say, the 60 and the 80, depending on owners, mileage and spec. And obviously, being a Porsche, people don't keep these things standard. So they'll either spec it to high heaven at Porsche, or when they get them home, they'll spec them up themselves. I don't think there is one standard Porsche out there. There is a base model that hasn't had anything done to it. Porsche owners love to modify their cars, and Porsche owners know how to do it tastefully. And this car has been done really tastefully. I'm loving the decal, loving the silver stickers on the bonnet, along the roof. Love the Porsche emblem down the side. And like I said, I don't think you can decal a car without making it look tacky. When it comes to Porsches, decal just adds that nice little touch. Sorry guys, I just needed to give it some. This thing is sweet. What I love about the 997s is the analog feel, is that kind of old school vinyl feel, where I do feel like with the 991s, a little bit's been lost. At high speeds, at low speeds, the steering is so solid, it is super tight. With the 997, I always felt that the steering was, you were kind of fighting the steering wheel a bit, where this just feels effortless. And I guess that just comes down to progress, right? It just comes down to evolution. Comparing the 997 interior to the 991, I feel like the 991 really progressed forward. It made a massive leap forward in terms of the materials, in terms of the build quality, in terms of the styling and the aesthetics. With the 992, I don't feel there's that much of a step up. Oh, you gotta love that sound. With the 991 and 992, I feel like the build qualities are quite similar. The evolution of the interior wasn't a big jump like the 991 and the 997. The 991 is slightly bigger and slightly wider than the 997. If you had to have a one-car garage, I firmly believe that the 991.1 GTS is the one that you should go for. I've often wondered what the 991 GTS is like compared to the GT3. But I can only imagine that the GT3 is a more raw, visceral feel than the 991. I've been cruising around in this car in comfort mode for most of my time because I really want to enjoy what it's like to just be comfortable in a car like this. And honestly, I just feel like I could be driving a Golf. It really does just feel really modern and just well put together. Listen to that sound. And that is still comfort mode, guys. I am still just cruising around in comfort mode. You don't even need sports mode on this car. I will put it in sports mode just to let you know how it sounds. 1 second, here we go. Sports mode activated. Holy shit! Okay. Not my car, not my car. Just cruise. It comes alive. The thing comes alive. Okay, look, back into comfort mode. Right. I'm gonna do that again. Comfort mode. Putting my foot down, yeah? Sports Plus. Holy mother of Jesus. It's two different cars. Wow. That is insane. This car is two different cars. The GTS is a GT3 in disguise when you press Sports Plus. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss an upload. And I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, take care, peace.